How was everybody's weekend? I know how Anthony's weekend was. It started with a Renaissance festival.
The Renaissance Festival.
Another one?
I was very festive. No, it was the only one I've been to this year.
Oh.
This Saturday.
That's exactly what I think, too. Another one, but it's only once a year.
No. Went with my girl and Dave. Eastside Dave came with his lovely bride, Casey, and Danny, of course, and then a couple of friends of mine. What a time. What a time. We wound up getting 3 full digital videotapes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can we get some of that audio on the air?
I just have to sort through. I was supposed to sort through it yesterday, but had a little jam up yesterday.
What happened?
I'm exhausted.
See, I already know what happened.
I'm exhausted.
But I got to make believe.
We went to the Renaissance Fair. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Everything is hunky-dory. I dressed up. First time ever that I got dressed in Renaissance regalia.
What do you mean first time ever?
It is.
Halloween parties.
Oh, Halloween party's different. Everyone dresses up on Halloween. This was, the Renaissance. And then I was walking around going, hello, fair maiden.
Wait, where'd you go with Fez? And you guys all went with something. Wasn't that a Renaissance Fair you went to recently?
Fez didn't go.
But did you go to one recently?
No, we were planning this one.
Medieval times.
Oh,
we went to Medieval Times. Yes, that's
Isn't that
different.
kind of like a Renaissance festival?
No. You just sit in your seat and eat, food without
Eat big turkey
silverware. Big turkey legs. And we went there and had a great time. Got smashed, videotaped it, doing dangerous things. See, after you drink at a Renaissance Fair, the best thing to do is grab sharp objects and hurl them at targets you can't possibly hit. And mock other people that have weapons that they aren't doing good until they get mad at you. And then you threaten the guy behind the counter that you're going to start lobbing the weapons over the top of the little hut where the target's on it and send it out into the highway, and he gets very upset.
Are you talking about the axes?
Axes.
Arrows?
Yes, we were throwing axes at targets, and I was pretty good. I got the hang of it pretty fast. But there were a few guys that weren't very good at it, and we got much laughter, much jocularity laughing at them screwing up, and we made it known that we were laughing at them. Ha, 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 look at you. You are incompetent. You should be embarrassed to be throwing those axes in front of the king.
Who's the king?
I was pretty good. I think I was... the king was walking around. Like the king walks around.
One, you kidnapped the king, and then you could have become the king.
The king's guard walks with him.
Yeah.
Are you insane?
You can take out the guard. He's just a kid from some college.
Insane.
Trying to make a few extra bucks over the summer.
Exactly.
Take out the king's guard, take out the king, and take over the Renaissance Festival.
Is there a hierarchy?
What's wrong with you?
A hierarchy among those nerds? Like,
Yeah.
I'm playing
absolutely.
the king, and like the other guy who's playing the guard really has to kind of be nice to the guy who's really playing the king.
Like there's guys that are like, well, I have to go to the joust. And he's like, oh, wow, he rides the horse.
Yeah.
And then there's lowly, whatever they called the poor people back then. And they're, oh, good day, sir, good day. They got to bow to people as they're walking down the little trails.
Paupers?
Serfs.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, serfs.
The serfs.
God, I learned that in high school. I can finally...
You never get to use that
knowledge,
life,
right.
And then there's a lot of fat broads that cinch up these corsets and turn their fat into boobs. They try anyway. And Danny had no qualms about, as he's videotaping one of these women, he points at her belly and goes, her boobs, and goes, "Hey, was that a bunt this morning?"
Just pushing everything.
Oh, he got hammered, Danny, without his shirt on, wearing nothing but a chainmail halter. Oh, he looked so queer. And who else did we meet? At a beer booth. Many O&A fans, by the way. Many O&A fans coming up, taking pictures with me, loving the show. And there was a girl behind the beer booth, one of the beer booths, and she goes, "I know you. I was on your show once.
Uh-oh, what did she do with her vagina?
She was in
What did she do with her vagina on our show? She certainly wasn't in there to discuss Russian history.
Oddly enough that you say that.
Yeah.
Because in a way she kind of was with a Russian.
Oh, okay.
And another girl, she was, what was her name? Misty
boy.
Monday?
Misty Monday?
Well, let me get her name right.
Well, what'd she do on our show back in the day?
Misty Monday. She was in Playmate of the Apes. Remember? I don't even know what I'm doing here.
That was her.
It wasn't her.
Oh, okay.
But she was one of the other girls in Playmate of the Apes.
Yeah, but the other broad was the star.
Yeah, she was.
All right.
But this girl, she was caught up in that industry for a while.
Right.
And we had a little interview with her that's on videotape, and got to pull some audio from that because Danny again starts talking about how well she's doing now working a beer booth at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, wow.
Is she a porn chick?
Yeah.
I remember her back in the day. She was doing like the soft porn. Like they didn't really get into any action. So it's like, why would you buy these tapes?
Yeah.
Because you're not
Playmate of the Apes.
It's either you want to see lots of flesh or really good acting. The in-between stuff, no one gives a crap about.
You're getting nothing here. Oh, there's me with my gear on. That's beforehand and after. But I also got a nice hat with feather plumage.
Yeah.
And a sword. Yes.
You fluffed out your hair, I see.
Well, no, I just took my hat off. Because I can't wear a baseball cap in the Renaissance period.
Wasn't there another hat you could wear? There's got to be something.
Yeah, but I went around without a hat as I searched out a hat. And then I found a lovely one with nice feather plumage. Oh, looks wonderful.
I hope you threw it in the garbage on your way out.
No, it is all still there. Well, actually...
it's called buying the myth. We talk about it on the show all the time. You go to the Renaissance Festival, you buy all this stuff, you look cool while you're there. You look like you're fitting in, and then you have to walk back to your car in the parking lot looking like a doofus.
Dude, the parking lot was no problem because other people were dressed like that.
Right.
What was odd was checking into the hotel. I swear to you. Complete regalia. Sword, bracers with knives in them.
Yeah.
Like, I was fully armed, but people, you walk around the city with a sword and knives, and you will be arrested in a second.
But if
you dress as if you are in the Renaissance period, people smile. They don't care that you have a weapon that can kill a crowd of people.
Because they probably think you have Down syndrome and that you were at some kind of summer camp.
My tongue did not look fat in what I was wearing. And then we went to the bar.
Yeah.
Up at the corner over there on 7th. And again, dressed in full regalia. Walked into the bar.
With
took
weapons.
My hat. Yes. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. An ale for me and my party, please.
Official endeavor.
But people, I brought a smile to people's faces.
You know you're going crazy, right?
He's losing his mind.
No,
he's slowly but surely going crazy.
It was funny. I had fun. Oh, wait, who's that?
Just a young lad dressed in his Renaissance outfit. I'm looking at the pictures on the website.
Yes, there are some pictures available on Whackbag, I believe.
You see a couple you don't like, you get mad at the girl, you call her a surf lover.
Yes, indeed.
So then what happened?
Well, the food at the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Not the best food.
Well, big turkey legs. What else do they serve? I remember going once back in the day. It was turkey legs.
They call it steak on a steak. There's a steak strips, and they put it on a skewer, a wooden skewer, and they call it steak on a steak.
Okay, terrific.
And everything is just doused in grease.
Oh, yeah.
French fries and cheesy stuff and just awful stuff for you. So I opted to stay away from the unhealthy food and just drank a beer.
A beer?
A beer.
A beer an hour?
Well, it was
beer every 15
minutes. It was a few
minutes.
beers. We had a lot of fun.
I don't know how he has such willpower, this guy.
Right.
Stays away from the bad food, yet he gambles $250,000 and drinks alcohol.
Right.
The willpower.
And
We all need our vices.
And then drives really fast back to Manhattan dressed like a pirate.
No, I didn't drive.
Or whatever.
I did not drive. I'm not silly anymore like that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But the food, very bad. And, of course, my girl is a vegetarian, so it's very hard for her to find something to eat. So she was eating them French fries, and she's had problems with gallstones.
Oh boy!
Over the past few months, and that food set it off. So here I am at the hotel here in New York City yesterday morning, completely feeling like crap. It's 7:30. I think I got to sleep at 2. We had been drinking during the night, and I was pretty hungover. And she's up going, I'm getting that pain again. And I know if it starts, it's just going to get worse. So loaded up the truck real quick, and drove back to Long Island to the emergency room. And by that time, she was hurting pretty bad. So they did all the tests that they do, but they did it like 3 months ago, and she knows that there's a problem with that and everything. And finally, after maybe 10 hours of sitting and in a room, but they were doing tests, and they gave her some good stuff to stop the pain, so that was good. They decide, well, something, that's just got to come out. That's got to come out, the gallbladder. So now I sit here waiting, and she's in the hospital.
Wait, they're taking her the gallbladder's coming, the whole thing?
And they just take them out.
Yeah, you don't take a piece of that.
They're like nothing.
You either take it all or leave it.
It's a little thing.
What is a gall? What do you do with it?
You even need it.
I think it's like if you let a plum just dry in the sun all day.
That's what it looks like.
I think that's what a gallbladder looks like, and it's useless.
It just gets stones in it.
Yeah, a gallbladder.
Some stones in there.
A gallbladder is pretty much useless in this day and age.
Yeah. So it was the whole day Sunday.
It's funny you say that the food kicked it off, because back in the day,
always does.
As a little family thing, we went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and my dad keels over in pain from the greasy food. It set off his gallbladder attack, and he had his gallbladder out.
My sister Dawn.
She had hers out.
The Reverend Dawn, whatever she is, performing weddings for people.
Dawn Moon.
Dawn
Moon, right.
Sun Young Dawn. She had eaten some Chinese food, and I guess something greasy, egg rolls and stuff. Yeah. And wham, had to go and have it taken out.
Wait, how does grease? I don't understand how it works.
I don't really understand.
I think greasy food kicks your gallbladder into high gear. Oh. It ejects something in there to help break down the grease or something.
Yeah, the gallbladder just makes weird noises, squishy noises.
And this
is what your gallbladder does inside you.
And if there's stones in there, they can block up the duct that is supposed to come out of, and then it gets all inflamed, and it hurts like hell. But it's like having kidney stones or any other kind of stones.
If you have no gallbladder, nothing changes, though.
No, you just, I think you got to watch, you can't eat crappy, fatty food. You'll have a problem digesting it.
Oh, okay.
So, that's no more horrible Renaissance fair food. Vegetarian, eat vegetables.
If a vegetarian has to worry, that's depressing, because that's eating pretty healthy.
Yeah.
When you're a vegetarian, you eat fairly healthy. And if that's not even good enough, it's just eat ice cream, and we should all kill ourselves by the time we're 50.
But some people are just cursed with a bad gallbladder.
Well, that's what it is. Our whole family, every single one of them, just this
bad gallbladder.
The mother, the father, the whole aunt to this one. Yeah, bad gallbladders.
Are they just piling them up in a jar?
That's it, saving them. Big gallbladder jar. Put it in the jar.
The family gallbladder jar.
Plop. There's some more dried than others. But so that was all day Sunday, just sitting there, and nothing more entertaining than sitting in an emergency room, hungover,
no comfortable bed,
and just watching people. Since you got to go for some test where they give you some kind of radioactive stuff, and then you lay under a machine and it scans you for 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. As I tried to sleep in a chair that I recall from 3rd grade being in my desk. And I had a couple of blankets over me and was curled up to the point where I think when I stood up, they rushed me into surgery to fix my scoliosis they thought I had. I was hunched over. I said, no, I was sleeping in a chair.
How many times did the doctor try to wheel you away thinking you were the problem?
Oh.
Because you were hungover and not looking good.
I'm sleeping there.
Doc, here he is. They're rolling you down the hallway.
I finally got a room, so I got to watch Patton. I watched Patton, and then... And I'm sitting there at about 11 o'clock a.m. thinking, there's no way we could still be here by like 7.
Mm-hmm.
I pushed it. I was like, 7? I'll finally be home, laying in bed. And then like 7:10 was there, and I'm like, oh, was I wrong? Oh, was I wrong? So then the doctor and the surgeon and stuff come over to consult and everything. We speak to them, and he goes, well, we're going to, admit you, and we'll do this tomorrow. First we'll do a sonogram, make sure everything's, it's the last phase of all the tests. And then we'll go in and yank that out.
Yuck.
They do it to laparoscopic surgery.
Uh-oh.
These days.
That means they go into something.
No, it means they don't cut. They don't make a big cut.
Yeah, they don't make a cut, so they have to go in somehow.
No, they go in, but they go in with very small instruments. Oh. So it doesn't leave scars.
But how do they get it out then? How do they get the gallbladder out?
They squeeze it
They
through
yank it out.
They yank it out through the tiny...
Yeah, very tiny,
almost
little incision.
Yeah.
And they just... and they go in with a camera and little instruments that snip and do things, and then they take it out. It's amazing.
But if it's like a plum thing, how do they?
But it's soft. It's like a rat going under a door.
Oh,
yeah.
What a way to operate on people.
I know. It's amazing.
They get a hold of it with tweezers and pull it out.
That place is something. I won't mention it or something, but unbelievable new technology. I'm amazed. You go into these emergency rooms. And all of a sudden I was like, I thought that window, the whole front of it is glass, and of everyone's room, and the door is glass and everything. It's like, not much privacy in this room. And then you flip a switch, the whole window turns white.
Yeah.
It's like Star Trek.
Nice.
It's like electrical. They figured it out.
They finally used the bathroom technology for something useful.
Yeah.
You go into trendy restaurants and they have that technology, and I was thinking to myself, when are they going to use this for something useful,
something good,
right?
And then if you have to get an X-ray, they don't have to drag you up to X-ray. Guy comes around with the machine itself, goes from one room to the other, X-raying people. Like, they really got this down.
Yeah,
they figured this crap out. And finally, with this whole thing, I have not slept in a while. I actually crapped out on her bed in her room. She finally got a room, and fell asleep on the bed. And I guess they left me. They shut the curtain and left me in there. They were pretty cool about it. And I woke up with no alarm, luckily, at 4:30, and just whizzed right here. And if you check those pictures that you looked at earlier, Iraq, the ones before I got dressed in my Renaissance gear, you will find me wearing this.
That's what you were wearing Saturday. We're up to Monday, man.
No, I was wearing this. Saturday. But here's the thing.
Please, did you change your underwear?
I changed out of it.
Not that we care, but
I changed out of it to put on my Renaissance gear, so I wasn't wearing this long at all.
Are you free balling right now?
No.
Oh.
I had my Renaissance gear on, which would have looked very silly. I was thanking God that I did bring clothing and didn't get dressed in my other Renaissance gear before I went, because I would have looked silly sitting in the emergency room with Renaissance wear on. It would have put me into psych, I believe. He thinks he's a knight.
Oh, here's the Alzheimer's patient. I hear they go into the belly button.
Huh?
They go in and through the belly button.
What are they, aliens?
I think they untie the belly button, get in there.
Untie it?
Yeah, and then they tie it back up.
There's no untying a belly button. It's called laparoscopic surgery.
Doctor's got to put his big toe on the belly button. All right, put your thumb here. Hold it.
They tie it back up and they push it back in. All right.
How long are you out of commission for when you get your thing?
It's the surgery's about an hour and a half, and then they hold you for one day to make sure everything's fine, and then you go home.
Okay. And then you're back to rocking and rolling, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be leaving the show.
Yeah. Pretty much after this, or if sooner, if I get any call, because they were going to do the sonogram this morning at some point, and then surgery. And of course, I got to be there. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here doing a S's and giggles show while my girl is having surgery.
All right.
You're a better boyfriend than I am, man.
Why? What would you do? Just like, Godspeed.
But even if I wasn't like on doing a show, even if it was like a Saturday and shit, had surgery, I'd probably like, baby, call me as soon as you're done.
Oh God! You don't want her. You don't want her opening her eyes in recovery, and the first person she sees is you, Jimmy.
No.
No,
I wouldn't want to see me.
No.
If I woke up from surgery, I'd want to see doctors. Looks like Clockwork Orange. You just open your eyes and there's like 5 smart-looking people. I wouldn't want to see my fat head over her arguing. Were you flirting with the male nurse?
I was making sure there were none of them on the floor holding the pillow.
Some fat guy in blue scrubs and a creepy beard.
Can I have an extra pillow, please?
Yes. Just walking the hallways with a big blue pillow.
You see him at night, like at 2 a.m, just creepily walking the halls with a blue pillow.
He has a bumper sticker on him that says the Heaven Express.
We got to take a break, but that's the deal. So Ant's going to be leaving the show sometime this morning.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll all just leave the show sometime this morning.
First of all, we will not be taking awful gallbladder surgery stories, you dumb Fs.
No, they're just like, I just had my gallbladder out.
That's fine, but then it's always going to turn into, these are what I call the Club Soda Kenny calls. Well, it's, routine surgery, but things happen.
Well, Pete in Buffalo got gallbladder taken out. You have awful dumps afterwards.
Well, wonderful.
So your chick's going to have
forward to that.
Awful dumps.
I never said if she did or didn't now. She eats a lot of broccoli.
You know how I know mine does? Because while I was in the shower, she's on the bowl the other day in San Francisco.
You've reached that point in the
was
relationship.
Awful. It was odd. I got out and I caught her. I'm like, were you eating matches? It smells like sulfur in here. What's the matter with you?
Wow, she must have had to go.
Oh gosh, she ran. I was in the shower and I didn't even know she snuck in there.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I come out of my shower and ready to enjoy the steamy bathroom.
Yeah.
And I realized that she has committed an atrocity.
And in the steam, it's even worse.
It's awful.
Just carries it.
Women are so strange, man. Like, when you live with a girl, you'll just close the door and do what you have to do. I don't know when my chick goes to the bathroom. I have no idea. Like, she schedules it around the time I'm out of the apartment, I guess. Or gets up, maybe sets the alarm in the middle of the night. I don't know what she does, but I've never seen her go.
Wow, that's good.
And I don't mean actually go, but I've never seen the door close while I'm in the apartment. I don't know when she goes. No clue.
That's good.
And not one fart.
The girl's got to keep up that whole illusion.
Well, why can't guys do that?
Because we're disgusting guys.
Like, my chick hasn't let one fart go in almost 3 years.
Wow, that's nice.
She probably has, but you didn't
Good
know.
for her.
Like, she's probably really good at blaming other things. Like, she probably will. Like, she'll always make sure that you're walking by a garbage, like a big. She'll probably drop one there and go, "Oh my God, this garbage is
garbage
awful."
stinks.
That's what I mean. They could figure all that out.
The entire drive down to Atlantic City. You can just keep blasting them. Blame it on Jersey.
Her stomach's rumbling, and she can't wait till you hit exit 13A.
I'll let her rip.
All right, so why don't we take a quick break and we'll continue. So we'll blow off the gallbladder stories for you.
Yeah, I don't
Hang up
need to
if
hear
you got
any
a
more about
gallbladder story.
I've heard enough about the gallbladder.
Yeah. Let's go to Scott in New Jersey. Scott, what's up? Did that guy just give out his cell number on our show? What an idiot.
Anthony, I was wondering, with your outfit, was that the sword of the gay?
No, I was not wielding the sword of the gay. The sword of the gay.
That made me laugh all weekend.
No, I had a rapier. I had my rapier.
Did you?
Yes, of course I did.
We called it the sword of the gay on Friday, though.
And then here's there's a couple of geniuses working the Renaissance Fair. When you walk in and you have a sword, they take a little black zip strip that like they had in the olden days, and zip strip your sword into your leather sheath, your scabbard, your sword holder. You know
what?
Your sheath.
No,
your scabbard. Your sword holder thing. You know, the leather thing that the sword goes in.
Why would you just call it the sword holding thing? Why do you have to use like a scabbard?
Because a scabbard also holds a rifle. It's just the leather, you know.
It's the rifle holding thing.
A holding thing.
Why do you have to know the names of things?
It's a holster for a sword.
Yeah, how about a sword holster?
A sword holster.
Not a scabbard.
And they zip strip your sword to that holster thingy, so you can't pull it out and engage in battle with people there. They don't want swords coming out and poking someone. Well, the guy does it to mine, but just wraps it around the sword. So I walk in and go, I don't think and I pull, and it comes right out.
So now you could have done damage.
I could have just
the sword of gay.
lopped some heads. I wasn't carrying the sword of the gay.
It's known as the sword of gay, though.
I was not wielding that.
No one's going to remember rapier. They're going to remember sword of the gay.
They do not. I didn't even see anyone else wielding the. Well, maybe a couple of people were wielding the sword of gay.
Oh,
A hole.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm getting bored of the Renaissance conversation. You guys are boring me in my car. I'm falling asleep.
Then turn on Scott and Todd, you bitch.
Hey, you stupid C word. We spent one break on it. Shut up, and your name sucks. Your name Jennifer sucks. It sucks. Shut up. Go away then.
Entertain me.
Shut up.
Jennifer.
I don't want to entertain you. Stop listening.
How about you entertain us?
Hate you.
Turn up your radio.
Have a wonderful day.
Jennifer.
Drive into a pole.
Jennifer.
Don't laugh.
Jennifer.
What?
I want you to do something that you should do when the show sucks. Turn up your radio right now. I want to hear radio.
You want to hear my radio?
Yeah, I want to hear radio. Go ahead. Turn it up.
Turn up your radio.
Oh,
All right.
I'll hear it
Now I want you to change the channel live on our show. Now change it to something else right now. Go ahead.
All right.
Jennifer.
I did. It's on XM30.
Okay.
What's 30?
What's 30?
Your radio right now.
What's that?
Your radio.
No, you're still listening. You lying bitch. You lying sack of crap bitch.
Go away.
Go kill yourself. Drive into a pole. Do everyone a favor. Jennifer. What an awful name. Oh, what an awful name that is.
Why?
What?
Why is it awful?
Short memory?
We've talked about the Renaissance.
Enough of her.
We talked about the Renaissance Festival that you went to for maybe 2 minutes during this break.
God.
And for about 10 minutes to start the show. Maybe 15 to start the show.
I don't care. What do you want to talk about, dummy?
All right.
What does she want to talk about? Her pals at the office? Shut up. What? Whose D you took in last night? Ugh.
Give my pal Anthony a break today. He's wearing the same clothes from Saturday.
I've had it. I'm going to melt down.